is Newstalk.
Now, 16% of consumers think it's up to travel companies rather than themselves to make sure their travel is sustainable. So who should be held accountable when it comes to making sure our travel is ecologically sound? To discuss this, we're joined by travel journalist Eoghan Corry. Eoghan, do people, if they're getting a flight, let's park the whole COVID thing, because I know everyone's so desperate to go away at the moment that probably wouldn't even think about the sustainability issue. But generally speaking, when people are getting a flight, do they give a monkeys about the environment?
Oh, they do give them monkeys. The really interesting thing, there's research that emerged yesterday. It was done for the Red Carnation Group, best known in Ireland. They own Ashford Castle. They also do a youth company called Youth Travel Contiki and Uniworld River Cruises, and also the Insight Tour Group. So they're across a lot. They did a survey of about 2,000 people, and there was no real surprise that people say they want somebody else to work this out for them, because the research down the years, Shane, pre-COVID, is that everybody wants sustainable travel. They wanted their tourism to contribute to saving the planet. But when it comes to actually paying a little bit more for it, they back off a bit. And the next thing that we also have discovered down the years is that they're confused. And the reason they're confused is like everything else, like organic vegetables. When Glenroe, if anyone remembers Glenroe, somebody washed the dirt off a few carrots and claimed they were organic. There's a lot of people who just saw sustainable travel as an opportunity to make money, particularly in Asia, a place like that. I mean, it's probably better regulated in the European environment. So it's very difficult for somebody booking a holiday, when they're told their holiday is sustainable, to verify it. It's easier, Shane, for a travel company to do that.
Okay, when it comes to actually the punters, and you're saying, yes, we want to do it, but we don't want to pay more. Is it a little bit of a case of, St. Augustine's, Lord, make me chase, but not yet?
Yeah, St. Augustine would have been a big sustainable traveller in his time. The reality is there's some markets that have taken it very seriously. The Scandinavian market, sustainable travel went, to a reasonable percentage of the overall, and that unreasonable is still under 10%, by the way. Germany, we'd have expected to be pretty much in there. UK, Ireland, not so good. America, very bad. So to sell the message of sustainable travel, and another thing that emerged from this survey is that 10% of the people surveyed have saved up for the trip of a lifetime. So if you're going to do it, you're going to be, spending that big money on that big trip, the safari to Africa or the cruise to Antarctica. There really are, the stakes become a little bit higher in what you can do for sustainability. So what we've seen is different markets, and they tend to be the more environmentally aware markets to start with, and also the ones with a little bit more money. And when it comes down the chain to the cheapest holidays, sustainability doesn't count at all. But let's not get depressed. It has been discussed, and it's been gaining momentum. It has been gaining momentum.
And in the post-COVID world, whenever that might be, will we be looking at extra costs for flights to build in that sustainability?
For flights, not in the short term, because the first thing that's going to happen, Shane, is a father of all seat sales. Ryanair are doing a €10 during July and August. I don't know if they've announced it yet, but they're due to announce a sale this week where one travels free with one per booking. Now, there's no doubt that the airlines have a lot of money to make back. They've lost an awful lot of money. Their very existence has been challenged. So long term, we might see that rising again. Certainly long haul flights are not good value at the moment. The other place we're going to see price rises is among the hotel sector. They've had to invest heavily, and they've also lost a lot of money. We'll probably see prices floating up about 20% in 2021. Wow. But there's no doubt there's this supply demand thing, which we saw playing havoc with home holidays, by the way, because demand went up and supply went down. So they priced a little bit high for those booking in advance. But all those mechanisms have been interfered with. It's going to take a long time for them to balance out. So we will probably see holidays more expensive in the medium to long term.
All right. Eoghan Corry, travel journalist.
Always a
thank
pleasure,
you
Shane.
Indeed for talking.